Okay, let's get started. So we're going to do a little bit of standing balance work today. I've got a nice little routine and then floor work as usual. So let's start our setup position. Our feet are facing forward and they're hip width apart and they're like skis, so we don't want to turn them in or out. They're nice and forward. Knees are a little bit soft. Hips over knees, knees over ankles, shoulders over hips and ears over shoulders. So we're lengthening up nice and tall from the top of the head. Hands are by the side. Let's take a few nice deep breaths in here through the nose. Breathing in and breathing out. Alexa, volume 8. Well, to drown out the sound of my husband chopping in the kitchen. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. As we're breathing, our ribs, we imagine that they're separating on the in-breath. And as we breathe out, they are closing and squeezing, and we're pulling that belly in. Lovely. Breathing in. Breathe out, chin down. I don't think I muted you, sorry. Not that it doesn't. Oh, sorry. Just in case there's any noise your end, the camera flicks to you, so we don't want that. Lovely. Hands facing forward. A few more of these nice deep breaths. Now. And really pull that belly in. Breathing in. And out. Next out breath, let's tuck that chin in. And just lengthen the back of the neck. Lovely. Breathing in, just lift the chin slightly. Breathe out, tuck the chin. Breathe in, lift, let's add some arms, lift them up, let the rib cage separate from the hips. Stretching the belly, arching the back and down. And again. A little bit of a bounce. Next one, let's swing all the way down, bottom back, eyes to the feet, tucking in that chin. Let's do 2 more. Really just throw those arms down. Last one. And centre, lovely. It's not very loud, is it? Alexa, volume 8. I've downloaded the music this time, so it shouldn't interfere with the recording. A lot of the playback's been a bit iffy, so I haven't uploaded to YouTube. Again, let's just start with little circles with the nose. Keep there, I'm going to turn it up a bit more. Better. And then let's go the other way. Small circles with the nose, still keeping a check of that posture. Lovely. Let's take the ear to shoulder and change. Still keeping that posture in check and keeping the weight distributed between the toes, the ball of the foot, the heel of the foot, the little toe, so we're nicely centred. Lovely. Next time we'll hold the head to the right. Let's gently use 2 fingers, lengthen. Oh, I think we have Bola joining us. Hello. Shoulders down. Usually she doesn't have video on. Lovely. She's texting me. Oh, IT issues from Heather. Let's just gently look down. And then let's rotate up. Lovely. Let's change sides. Ear to shoulder. Draw those shoulders down and lengthen slightly. Let's push this other shoulder down. Just a gentle pressure with those 2 fingers. Keeping the shoulders level. And let's rotate, look down. And then rotate, look up. Just feeling the stretch in that neck. Slightly change as we move the head position. And then let's release. Lovely, rolling those shoulders. Good. So a little bit into the shoulders and the arms. Let's have the elbows in at the waist, shoulders back. We're holding that imaginary newspaper under the arm. And we open backwards. And we close. So we're pushing back with the thumb, but we're squeezing here, pulling that arm in. Breathe in as you open, breathe out as you close. Little posture check, scan through the body, head to toe. Am I squeezing my tummy? Am I evenly distributed on my feet, facing forward? glutes hip width apart. Lovely. Let's add on and reach. Breathe in, reach, really try to reach the walls. Breathing out, lovely. So we're really getting some nice rotation. Starting to get into these elbows and shoulders just a little bit, one more. Lovely. Let's take the arms up, again shoulders down. So imagine you've got pockets behind your shoulder blades and you're trying to put your shoulder blades in those pockets. So the shoulders are down, the elbows are up, nice stiff wrists and fingers, and rotate the arm down, keeping a nice straight line all the way across. Breathing in, lift up, breathing out. So we want to try not to let the rib cage come into play here, so we don't want to lift up. So this area stays closed. So you've got to use your abdominals a little bit to pull the rib cage down, and then it means we're really getting into the elbows and shoulders. Lovely, let's do one at a time next time. Let's go for the right arm down, let's look to the right, a bit of mobility in the neck, push those shoulders down in those imaginary pockets. Breathe in centre, breathe out left. Lovely. And again. A few more. Let's make the one on the left the last one, and then we're going to hold both hands up. Again, keep the rib cage down, but push those hands back, shoulders down. You're trying to feel it, so you're not flopping the wrist, you're trying to get the whole arm back. A few breaths here, and release. Lovely. Going to warm up these wrists a little bit, not doing any standing arm work, going to do a little bit of back work on the floor, but got some other bits to focus on today. We're going to try a new exercise. It's not a new Pilates exercise, just new with you guys, called the teaser. Reverse the circles. It's very much stuff we've done. It's just adding it all together. Hands together and circle those wrists. A bit sort of like a figure of 8 type motion. And then we're going to start to flex and bend the wrists a bit more. So let's flex one way, flex the other, or flex and bend, however you want to call it. See how that feels. Take it up, and we can let the shoulders rise up for this one. Let them shrug up and then come down, and let them separate, and the head drops down, a little bend in that back, pull the belly in, and you're reaching your arms to me, so you're feeling your shoulders separate. Lovely stuff. A little bit of a side bend, so feet a little bit wider. Just going to take the arm down one side and then the other. So we can be here. You can have your hands on your hips if you prefer, if it feels a bit more supportive. Otherwise, take the arm out and up and reach. Keeping your hips still, we're reaching up and away from the hips. Lovely, and change sides. Up, lift up, reach over, keep those shoulders down, the neck is aligned. It's like we've got a pane of glass here and a pane of glass behind us, so we're really straight. There's no rotating of the spine, we're just getting a nice bend. Let's change sides. Get a nice stretch in the shoulder and the waist. One more to the left. Lovely. And release, just a little twist, a little bend in the knees, the feet can come back underneath the hips, shoulders back. Again, this is here, so we move in one block, rotate to the right and back. So really lead with the elbow that way, the direction you're going in, so squeeze that shoulder blade back. Again, keep your hips forward, no twist in the hips, knees or feet, it's just the spines, it's just very small, nice and relaxed. Keep the chin back. Again, as if you're leaning against the wall, the back of you, lovely. Once more, right and left. Then I'm going to get into the feet because we're going to do this little balance section. Lovely, release. So lifting the right heel and down and left. So again, if you're on carpet, sometimes it could be a bit wobbly, so do be near something if you might need to grab onto it. At least it's soft if you wobble. If you're on the floor, a little bit easier. Walking through the feet. Again, try and keep these hips level. Pull the tummy in. Lovely. It's just really pushing the underneath of the foot. Lovely stuff. Good. Okay, so I'm basically just going to be lifting one leg and an opposite arm. So it's nice and slow. We're going to lift this right leg. So just lift the knee up. And the opposite arm. So this is up. Then can we take the leg out to the side and take the arm out to the side. You can lean as much as your body is happy with. Then we come back in and we're going to reach one leg back, one leg forward. Tapping down if you need to. You can lean right forward or you can keep that back foot on the floor. Try not to grip with your toes. Then we come up so that it's fluid. And we arm out in front. Not that easy. And foot out in front. Lovely. And release. Let's change sides. One side's always better than the other. My left, which is your right, is better. She says that. See if I won't fall over. So lifting the knee. Lifting the arm. Then we're going to take the leg out to the side and the arm. And reach, lean. If you can. Lovely, bring it back to centre, and then we're lengthening an arm forward, lengthening the leg back, keeping that supporting knee soft. Keep your hips facing the floor, so don't rotate. Then pull in. We've got a leg forward, so we always come in, leg forward, arm forward. Lovely. Once more on each side with double arms. Can always stay with single arm. So lifting the foot. Let's take both arms up. Leg out to the side. Slight lean over. Oh, that's my bad side. Squeeze the tummy. Try and focus on something. I know you're looking at me, but I might wobble. So try and just picture something in your room that isn't moving. Just past your camera. Come back. Can we take both arms forward, both back? Both arms forward, one leg back. Again, tap it down if you want to relax there, or if you want to tip like a seesaw. Really slow, breathing into it, squeeze the tummy. Come back, can we keep that leg lifted? It's really hard. And then arms out in front, leg up in front. Whew, that's tough, let's try other side. So lifting the left leg, both arms up, leg out to the side, back to centre, bring the knee in, and then tip forward, take the leg behind, squeeze that tummy, keep that back flat, reach those arms. Then we're going to come up, swing the legs through, arms are forward, so I always have to tap down there, haven't quite got it. Lift up. And release, lovely stuff. Good, so a bit of a workout for the brain and the legs there. I'm going to now bring my mat into view. Lovely. We can go straight into our roll downs. A slight angle so I don't hit my TV. Perfect. Lovely. So imagine we have a wall behind us, our bottom isn't going back. It's like we're on the edge of a cliff and you're tipping forward, even though that sounds unnatural. Feet parallel, hip width apart. It's about 2 fists, I reckon. Fist and a half. Depends how big your hands are. Breathing in. Breathe out, chin down, and the shoulders come away from the imaginary wall, and then the belly scoops in, and then you're really rounding this back here, reaching forward, head is floppy. Just see how your back feels, support or bend if you need it. Don't grip with those feet, keep the weight in the toes, balls of the feet. Breath in at the bottom, breathe out, curling up, and you're stacking that spine. So we're trying to fold in half, not fold forwards. Turn again, breathe in. Breathe out. So it's like your chin's trying to draw a line down your body, pull the belly in, let those arms be heavy, be floppy. Feel like you're just about to tip over the edge. Breath in at the bottom, trying to keep yourself close to your knees. Let's come back up. I'm going to add a heel lift and some arms. Breathing in. Breathe out and roll down. If you want to challenge, close your eyes on the roll down. Breathing in at the bottom, breathing out, come back up. Open the eyes before you lift the heels. One more, heel lift, arm lift. And roll down, lovely. You can either keep your legs straight or bent. Let's have a little walk forward, just come into a down dog. We can pad through the feet. Then push both heels down, bottom up. And then you're pushing the shoulders down, the chest down. Stretch those legs and then bend the knees. Keeping the feet here, push back on them a little bit. So we're just stretching out the toes and the back of that foot. Just a little bit of pressure on that. Then let's release the toes so they're flat on the floor. Knees open a little bit wider, and let's just relax down for a moment. A few breaths here, really feeling the breath into the back. And sensing everything relax, so relaxing into your hips a bit so you really get the breath all round you. Lovely. Okay, coming up into our tabletop position, so our hands are under our shoulders, shoulders are back, and we're held in the tummy area, so we're not collapsed, and we're strong in the shoulders. Pull the belly a little bit, but you've still got your natural arch. Let's breathe in, roll the shoulders back, lift the chin, stretch the tummy, lift your heart to the sky. Breathe out, round that back, looking underneath. So we're articulating the spine, but the abdominals is what's making this work. So the abs are pulling in and round in the back. And it's giving our discs between the vertebrae of the spine a little squeeze either way, which is what we want. Give them a little bit of a squeeze, get some blood and nutrients to them. I'm going to add on slightly, you can stay with this, on the round, now come back, sit down, onto your heels as much as you can, elbows down, keep them in, lean forward until you can't go anymore, and then you just push up. So a small little push up there, but very gentle. So round the back, feet on the floor, bottom to feet, elbows down in line with the knees, and then you scoop forwards until you can't go anymore without pushing, and you push up. It really means you get a lovely elbow tuck rather than having your elbows out. So we're here, elbows on the floor first, and then you're in the right position to do a nice tricep push-up. It's very gentle. Breathe out. Elbows down, push forward and lift. Breathe in. One more, breathe out. Come forwards and lift. Slight change. Same similar exercise. Again, it's all about getting this spine articulated, the lower back rounded and then the lower back arch. Feet, knees further apart rather, feet together, knees apart. I'm going to stretch forwards. It's like a down dog, so I'm trying to open up my arms. So I stretch forward. Doesn't matter if your bottom lifts here. You can see my hips are tipping forward. We're trying to get this mobility. So your tailbone, you're chucking it back behind you. And then I'm going to take my hands on the floor for my mat moves. Squeeze my tummy, put my bottom on my heels and pull back. So I'm really using the abdominals to pull back here and up. So they're really tight. And lift and then go again. So you reach forward, bottom out, pull back. Let the abs do the work. Imagine your arms are heavy lead weights. And then we lengthen nice and tall. And again, reach forward, breathe in. Breathe out. Going to do a lot of spine mobility today. Lift up and again one more. Really put the bottom towards the heels. Draw it down. That's going to activate those abdominals. Lovely stuff. Good. Knees back into parallel. Just want to do a little bit of opening up For the shoulders, this band's really in a bad place, it keeps undoing. So, we're going to start small. We're going to start with right hand to the temple, and we're going to open up and then close down. So we'd want to try not to shift your bottom. Body's got to stay straight. The twist is the spine, open the shoulder space between the ears. So shoulder back, open, come down. This arm is staying straight, open and down. Open, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, really pushing through the arm so you're getting some stability in the shoulder, but we're opening up this one. Let's do one more here. Lovely, I'm going to change sides, exactly the same thing. Hand to temple, open up. Again, keep your hips down and use the body to get down, not the elbows. So this stays straight. We're trying to twist and reach. You get a real twist in that upper back then, which is what we want. Your elbow can be soft, but it's not a push-up, so keep that arm straight as you can. And it doesn't matter if you only reach here, but try and, that's what we're doing, getting this stretch across this upper back. You're using that breath. Your hips are in the middle, not twisting. So you've got to use your core a little bit to pull yourself back to centre, because your hips desperately want to stick to the left the way that you're going. Let's do two more here. Again, this is a chest opener. Really opening up the shoulders and chest, and mobile for the spine. Lovely. Give the wrists a little rest. Just going to add on to that slightly. And again, you can do it from all fours or from a plank. So it isn't too much upper body weight. I mean, I can't do too much because my arms anyway. But we're just going to do right leg back, left leg back, and then bring your right leg down, and then we're going to open up to the left, and then we're going to come back it. So we do left leg back, right leg back, bring the left leg down. It's got to be opposite arm to leg, you won't be able to twist the other way, and the right leg comes up, right arm even. So we're rotating here, we're really opening, we're having to use this to balance and come back down. Bring the knee in, so I'll talk us through that again. Right leg back, left leg back in a plank. Now lower your right knee down, leave the left leg where it is, left hand to temple, rotate and open. And close, bring the left knee back in. Let's switch sides, left leg back, right leg back. Now you're in a plank, take your left knee down, right arm to temple, open up. You could just do this from all fours if you don't want to do the plank, if it's too much for the shoulders. Let's do one more each side. So we're doing right leg back, left leg back, right knee comes down, rotate so the weight's in the right arm, the right knee, left arm is opening. Lovely. Rotate, close, leg comes back in. Last time, left leg back, right leg back, bring the left knee down. Take the weight into the left arm, right arm comes up and open. Lovely stuff, release. Let's sit back. And just open the knees a bit, but really just round the back, don't worry about stretching the arms. Lovely, we're going to do a little bit of work from our backs and our arms on our tummies. Similar stuff we've been doing the last few weeks. So my feet are to the corners of my mat. My upper body is in this nice shape. Same shape we do when we're standing up when we're doing our arms. Move slightly, making sure you've got room in front of you. So pull your shoulders back and we're lifted slightly. But now pull your belly in, because if you push on your belly, you'll see you can be really high. Let your belly pull in and suddenly you drop to the ribs. That's where we want to be. And the back is now doing the work. So just breathing in, lifting a bit higher, breathing out, lower. Really light fingers. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, lower. The key is to just pull your belly in. You don't have to lift really high. It's only an inch or two extension. But in the middle of your back, either side of your spine, you should feel that muscle engaging. It's not the lower back, because we're not lifting up high enough. We're pulling the abs in, Lovely. If you want to take those elbows and fingers off, pull the elbows back, small lift and lower. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, lower. Again, the neck is long. It's like you're looking in a mirror. Keep that chin tucked in. Breathe in, lift and lower. Breathe in, lift and lower. I'm going to add some more arms to this. So you can either have your hands on the floor, slide them forward, slide them back, or you can lift the hands and elbows off, reaching forward, reaching back, but squeeze back and lower. Breathe in, lift. Pull the tummy in, reach forward, try and get those arms near those ears, pull them back. You're trying to get your arms on your hips and lower. So it's a real difference of direction. Lift up, reach, pull back, and you're pulling back and squeezing the shoulders together. So like you've got a tomato in there that you want to squash. Elbows back, shoulders back and lower. Breathe in, belly in, reach forward, elbows back, shoulders squeeze and lower. Breathe in, lift, reaching forward, elbows back, shoulders squeeze and lower. Let's do one more. Breathing in, pull the tummy, reach back, squeeze, lower. Lovely stuff. Relax. Let's do the legs. I'm going to do slightly different today. Have the arms here now. We want to not reach forward too much because you end up hunching your shoulders up. It's a problem when you get hot and sweaty, these things fall off. So we want the arms here a little bit. So I'm just going to lift my right leg, really lengthen and lift and lower. Still pull the belly in. Left leg, lengthen and lift. So my upper body is just held slightly. Now I'm going to start to add an arm as well. So I'm lengthening right arm, just lifting, and left leg. Then left arm, right leg. So don't push your belly on the floor. And there's no arch here. The body is completely still. It's just the arm and the leg moving. So you've got to really squeeze here. Lengthen that leg. Don't have a bend in that knee. Breathe in, lift. Oh, I'm doing the same arm as leg. Easily done. Opposite arm to leg, and lower. Opposite arm to leg, and lower. So what I'd like to do now is something that's called swimming. You can imagine what it's like. We're going to wiggle the arms, wiggle the legs at the same time. If you only want to do legs, you can. If you only want to do arms, you can. The idea is we're not wibbly wobbling everywhere. You've got to pull the tummy in, pull the bottom in, lift and wiggle. Your arms and legs should naturally want to go opposite. Again, if it's a lot, pull them back and just relax. Or wiggle those arms, swims. It's like one of those wind-up toys in the bath you get. Pull the shoulders back. So, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. A little bit more for the legs. We're going to relax the upper body. Turn your feet. Lift the legs, flex your feet and turn your feet so you're trying to bang your heels together. That's the best way to describe it. So you're trying to pull 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't hit your heels because it'll probably hurt. But you're trying to, like if you've got a dolphin tail, bang them together. And release. So we're going to do 4 with the feet flexed, 4 with the feet pointed, okay? Shoulders back, lift, just hold slightly. Pull the belly in, squeeze the bottom, lift the legs off the floor, flex the feet, turn them, rotate them out, heels aiming together, beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, flex, 1, 2, 3, 4, flex, 1, 2, 3, 4, point, sorry, 2, 3, 4, flex, 1, 2, 4, point, pull the belly off the floor, lengthen the neck, flex the feet, point, 2, 3, 4, last time, flex, 2, 4 and point, 2, 3, 4, lovely stuff. Really gets those inner thighs going, that one. Let's push back, sitting child pose. Oh, have a little rest. Well done, ladies. Round that back, again, getting more space into this back. Lovely. Coming on to our bottoms. Going to do the 100 sitting up because it's all about, going to do a lot of rolling in the spine today because there's an exercise called the teaser which is kind of rolling. It's not quite rolling over, but let's take that off. It's done its purpose. Okay, so the 100 is where we pump the arms, 5 breaths in, 5 breaths out. Nice space here, but we are tucked in. And rather than lying down where you get a lot of stress in the neck, we're doing it sitting up. We're going to lift the legs. So you can either be here, pull the belly in and lean back slightly. That's your first level. I think we can all manage to just lift and have it here. So you're just sort of having to balance. I'm going to do the first 50, move the leg off, and then instead of switching I'm going to lift both, but you can just switch a leg if you want. Okay, here we go. Or you can stay here, shoulders back and down. We've got to pump the arms. You've got to manage to have your feet somewhere. You can manage them. Ready? Breathing in. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. This is halfway. Either both legs or lift the other one. And out. And in. And out. Relax the neck and shoulders. And out. And in. Can you take them lower? And in. And out. And in. And out. Last time in. Last time out. Knee in, roll back. Both legs in, have a little roll. Lovely. Just open the knees, roll them round and change. Let's just do a quick single leg stretch. So right leg in, left leg lengthen, pull it in, shoulders are relaxed, nice space between the ears and the shoulders, neck is long. Pull the legs slightly across towards your belly button, but no lifting of the hip or rotating that spine. Let's switch legs. Lengthen the other one away. Really lengthen. Opening up the back of the knee. Again, relax the neck and shoulders. You can always have a little look side to side. Keeping neutral. So we've got our little gap. We don't want to be pulled up like this. That's why that leg lengthens. It pulls us away. Pull the leg across diagonally slightly. So I just want to try and do a little bit of mobility stuff for the back before we do this one called the teaser. So feet in. So I know we've done this before, but I'm just thinking of better ways to really round that lower back. A few ways of doing this. If you're not comfortable, I'll give you some options, but cross your feet, doesn't matter which way you cross them. Can you grab your ankles at all, or your toes? If you can, this will work for you. If not, stick with your knees, don't worry about it. But you can have a little rock here. This is really going to round your back. Could you even rock up to sitting? You could even rock up to your knees. Might be a bit much on your ankles, so woo! See how you feel, slidey mat. So it's really just about getting mobility in this lower back. Other options, just hold the knees and a gentle rock. Pull the belly in. See, my shoulders aren't even really touching the floor. It's the lower back. Lovely. So the exercise I want to do is the teaser. It's a tummy exercise. It's not got a roll over, but it's very much about rolling up and down. So options. Let's start lying down. And what I want to do is have our legs up in the air, and then we're going to sit up to reach our legs. But the idea is we will peel off the mat, and as we're peeling up, the legs are coming down, and that helps us pull up. So it's nice and slow. So we want to try and avoid this. So if we need to, we could just do one leg at a time, and you can use that leg to pull on. So there's still a sort of middle bit. Pull the leg and let it just get you up and roll back down. Or if you could do both legs, you could grab the legs still, lift up. It's kind of what we've just done, but very slowly. So we've been rolling, Lift, let the legs pull you away, and lift up straight if you can, bent if not. If you want to, can we do this with no arms? So we're lifting up. Once your legs start to pull away, you should naturally roll up a little bit. And then back down. Lovely. What I'd like to try and do is a hold at the top. And the tease a bit is where you tease the legs up and down. So from here, either bent or straight, or you could do it with the legs on the floor, however you want to start. Breathe in, breathe out, curl the upper back off the floor, lifting up. You hold here, you do a little tease down and lift, another tease down and lift and roll back down. So you're really getting mobility in the spine. Let's try just 2 more of these because they're tough. Breathe in, breathe out, peel the upper body off, and it's like a rocking motion. Think of yourself counterbalance, and then tap down, not to the floor, just tease it down and lift, and down and lift, and then we roll down and relax. Fantastic, really good. So I want to try one more. This time we are going to roll over, and we'll practice this over the next few weeks so that we can go into something else. But I'd like to just roll the legs over, and again we can start from the floor, hands here. If you want to, you can push them on your bum. Can we lift up and get to here? You don't want to squash the neck, so if you need to support yourself, just be a bit more here. Use your arms. As the more you get here, you might feel a bit squashed. And then we're gently rolling down. If that's not happening for you, we can just do some little reverse curls, so just getting that momentum. Really, that's all we're doing is this, and then just give it a bit more and roll over without the noises, and roll down, keep the head down. Lovely. I want to do 2 more of those, and we'll leave that there again in your own time. Just some reverse curls, or with the legs bent or on the floor. There's a really lovely one called the butterfly, where you take the legs up, bring them around. But this is what we want to work towards. One more. Lovely stuff, really nice. Let's do working the obliques. I want to do the bicycle. So let's have our hands to the temples or supporting the head. One knee in, other knee in, back is in the floor. A nice big, like you're driving a massive bike. And then we can start to rotate elbow to knee. Really try and twist that body, and it's a really nice lengthened movement with the legs. Breathing into it. So no rushing, it's harder to do it slower. And try and cross that knee over a little bit. Cross. Let's reverse the legs, but keep the arms the same. So you're going backwards. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Lovely. Little roll round. Fantastic. A lot of stuff for the abdominals there. A little bit for the waist and the hips. So I'm going to roll on my side. I'm going to lengthen myself along the back of my mat. Hand on the floor, palm up. But then I'm going to take my feet to the corner of the mat so I'm bowed, otherwise I will roll over. So I can stack my hips, stack my heels, stack my toes. So I'm nicely aligned. My shoulders on top of my other shoulder, so pull under a bit, and that will help pull this up. So you want to try and get your hand under there. Imagine it's hot, so you want to be pulled up. It doesn't matter if you can't lift up as much as that, but the shoulder underneath is going to help a little bit, so try and think of your shoulders level as well. Neck is long, hands are relaxed. Try not to grip with the underneath foot. I'm terrible for doing that. I grip onto it with my little toes. So I'm just relaxing them so they're not quite so flexed. Let's lift that top leg and lower. Again, feeling this squeeze under here. So we're working this side and a little bit onto the top hip. Lift and lower. Squeeze that tummy every time you lift. We're really working the core here and the back. That's what we want to be feeling. Lift. Lovely. Let's take this other arm overhead. Can we bring it down to meet the leg? Lift and release and lift. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So I'm going to have this arm that's on the floor. I'm going to turn the palm down now so that I can start to just lift a little bit. I'm just literally pressing into my hand and my elbow, trying to lift my armpit off the floor very slightly. Very small lift. So don't take the ear to the shoulder. We're just lifting the head, it's nice and straight. We don't want to get a crook in the neck. We're just trying to push slightly, so we're now getting a crunch in the waist here. Trying to lift underneath and crunch. Relax that foot, crunch. I'm going to change this slightly to an elbow to the knee. Crunch. 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 Let's do 4 more here. Pull that belly in. Lovely. Whilst we're here, let's just bring the knees in. So they are not quite 90 degrees. They're a sort of diamond shape. Let's open the knee, close it. So this is hip mobility. It's the oyster. So you can stay here, or you can lift the feet, open and close. It's nice and quick, nice and relaxed. The head is relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Don't roll backwards. We're keeping forwards. Everything's forward. Just open and close like a door hinge. Lovely. I'm going to add on to this. This is an oyster. We're going to do an oyster kick. So we open the oyster, kick the leg, close the oyster, close the knees. Can we take a hand off? So we're really having to use the core to try and balance here. Think of pulling up underneath as well. Again, you could do this with the feet on the floor. You could open, kick, in and close. But you get a bit more into it. Open the knee, kick the leg, in and close the knees. 2 more here, then we're going to keep that leg up. Keep this leg up. Let the other foot go down. Circle the leg. Try to let this other hand off so we're not pushing onto it. Change direction with the circle of your leg. You can bring it further towards in front of your face if you can reach. Lengthen that leg. 2 more. 1 more. Lovely stuff. Leg down. Lovely stuff. Let's change sides. So again, lengthen yourself down this end of your back of your mat. Arm down, palm up, head on your arm. Stack the hips, stack the feet, and then bring the feet to the corner of the mat so we're nice and curved. Pull up under here, shoulder underneath, relax the hands, breathe in, lift. Relax that underneath foot. So again, it's not about height here, it's just lengthen and lift. Let's take the other arm over the head. Can we add the arm as well? Lengthen. Breathe in, breathe out. Again, imagine that floor is hot underneath your waist and you're trying to pull up. So you're really leaning on your leg and your shoulder. Your body, you're trying to get off the floor. I've lost my coordination completely. There we go. Leg up and arm. Happens to us all. As I'm bringing that arm down, that leg up, I'm squeezing that belly in, drawing my ribs towards my hips, crunch there. Lovely. Hand on the floor, let's take it down. We're pushing up slightly. Pushing up, crunching. So the crunch is really happening, the weight at the top now, not the bottom. Crunch. More, then we're going to change it it to that knee to elbow crunch. A lot of stuff for the spine, but the waist as well. Elbow to knee, lift and crunch. Lift and crunch. Breathing out on the crunch and the lift. Got 4 more here. Lovely stuff. Let's bring those knees slightly in. We're going to do the oyster. Open the knee, close the knee, pull the tummy in, stack those hips, knees are pointing forward. Can we lift the heels and do this? Toes open. So it's pretty quick. We're going to add that leg on in a minute. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Open, kick, close. Open, kick, close, close the knees. Open the knee, kick the leg, close the toes, close the knees. Lovely stuff. Squeeze that tummy as well. Relax the neck and shoulders. Try not to push into this top supporting hand. We've got 2 more of these. Lovely stuff. Really good. 1 more. You know what's happening after this. Kick that leg up, take this bottom foot down and circle. Doesn't matter which way we're changing. For 2, for 3, 4 and 5. Change direction. 5 and 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Knees in, give it a rub. Lovely stuff. Let's roll onto our back and give these a stretch. What we'll do is a quick release stretch, and then we're going to do a bridge in this position to give more stretch and open up the hip. So right leg on the knee, just pull that leg in a bit, just feel that stretch in that hip we've just worked, just gently. Relax the neck and shoulders. Let's change sides. Just a release stretch here. I'm going to do these at the end. Lovely, okay, so we're going to do the bridge. Unless you find it really difficult, keep both feet down. Otherwise, we're going to start with our ankle on our knee and this knee out, keeping these hips level. Shoulders away from the ears, fingers towards the legs, the heels. Lengthen that neck, chin down, using a little cushion if you need it, but not too much, you don't want to be up here. Breathe in, breathe out, pull the belly in, feel it flattening into the floor, flattening the back into the floor, breathing in, release. So it's a little pelvic tilt, not quite as much because of the leg position, but still drawing the abs in, flattening the back into the floor, tilting that pelvis back and forth, pressing on the tailbone, losing the space between the tailbone and the ribs, so we're squashing the back, no gaps. Breathe in, breathe out, flatten that back and peel off. Press on that left leg, let this knee drop and this hip push up. Try and keep level, lengthen. Breathe in, breathe out, roll down. If you're really feeling it in your hamstring, bring that left foot a bit closer to your bottom. Let's go again. Breathe in, breathe out, lift up. So think of this knee pushing down as you're pushing up. So you get a real opening of this hip and you're working that leg. Lengthen the neck, shoulders relaxed. Breathe in, roll down. 3 more here, breathe in. Breathe out, flatten the back, curl up, squeeze the abdominals, squeeze the bottom, push the hips, and gently roll down. 2 more. Lengthen that neck, relax those shoulders, don't grip with the hands or the toes. Breathe in, breathe out, roll down. Last one, breathe in, breathe out, curl up, squeeze the bottom, push that knee out. Let's roll down. Keep the feet in this position. Just bring them in. Let's put the foot on the floor, hands to the floor, let the legs go to the left. Oh, lovely, really getting deep into that stretch now. Should feel nice because you've had the knee open, now we're stretching it because this has been sort of squashed. Looking the other way if your neck's okay, keep the shoulders down. And And then very gently look back to the ceiling, squeeze the tummy, let's bring those feet in, keep them where they are, just take the legs to the other side. So just giving this other stretch, this other hip a little stretch. Back to centre, lovely. Let's change sides. We can do the bridge on the other side. So let's cross. It's a funny song. Cross the left ankle on the right knee. As we lift up the hips, this ankle's going to push out to the side. So breathe it in, breathe out. Back in the floor, push the right heel down. Push both hips up, left knee out to the side. Try and keep this level though. You don't want your hip to make you wobble. You just want to push there, but keep this level. Breathe in, breathe out, roll down. Every bit of that spine into the floor before you release back to neutral. Again, really visualise those spines as blocks and sort of count them, visualise them. Lengthen the neck, relax the shoulders and the hands and the toes. Roll down, feel the bits between the ribs. Just because you've got your hips lifted, make sure you're not wobbling down. So is both sides of the back landing at the same time. Breathe in, breathe out, lift, squeeze that right bottom. Push those hips up. Breathe in at the top. Breathe out, roll down. Lovely. Breathe in, breathe out, lift up. Press the back in the floor, peel off. Again, just keep to your last rib. Don't start going up into a shoulder bridge. Chest is down. We don't want to arch anywhere. Lovely. We've got 3 more here. Breathe in, breathe out, lift up. Breathe in at the top, roll down. Breathe in, breathe out, curl up, lengthen the neck. Push through the spine, squeeze the bottom. Feel the tummy squeezed as well. Breathe in, breathe out, roll down. Lovely. I think we've got 1 more. Roll down, lovely. Let's pick the feet up, keeping that left foot on the knee. Bring them in, feeling a release. Let's have the head roll side to side. Feet down, arms down, let the knees fall to the right. Oh, looking to the left, keeping the shoulder down. Squeeze the tummy in, pull, and then let's take the legs the other way, and the head the other way. Back to centre, lovely. Let's bring both knees in. I'm going to put a bit of relaxation music on, so find a comfortable position. I'll tell my husband to be quiet. I can hear him. Apologies if you can. He's got a headphone on, wandering around. Can't hear that he's shouting. Right, here we go. So find a comfy position. We can do a little bit of stretching, a little bit of cool down. Oh yeah, we know what this song means. Feet on the floor, knees bent, just a little full side to side of those knees, just feeling that lower spine loosen up. And all the hips and the tummy stretching as well. Knees one way, just let them fall, shoulders down, looking the other way. So if your knees are fallen to the left, I want to pick up the right leg and see if we can just take that foot a bit further over. If your knees are fallen to the right, take your left leg, take it over a bit more, so you sort of create an L shape with your top leg, just to pull you over a bit more, trying to keep the shoulders down. And then gently come back to centre, nice and centred. Before we let the knees fall the other side, keep those shoulders down, looking the other way. And then if we can, let's take that top leg, and just, can we take the stretch a bit further? Doesn't matter if your foot doesn't reach the floor, it's just feeling that foot pull those hips around a bit more. Lovely, gently coming back to centre. Let's line ourselves down. And then let's just scrunch up the toes, feeling tensions around the joints in the toes and the balls of the feet. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, let those feet soften and the toes relax. Then let's flex those feet, stretching out the Achilles and the calves, taking a breath in. And as we breathe out, those feet just fall to the side and soften. Then let's feel tension, squeeze the knees, squeeze the bottom, take a breath in. Breathe out, let's let the knees soften, let the bottom relax. Then feeling tension in the tummy, in the pelvic floor, shrug the shoulders. We've got tension all the way up the trunk of the body. Breathing in, breathe out, let those shoulders relax, the tummy, pelvic floor relax. Then stretching our fingers, lengthening those arms, feeling tension from the shoulders to the fingertips. Breathing in, breathing out, the shoulders relax, the arms, the elbows soften, the fingers soften. Then making a fist with the hand, holding on to anything bad or negative into the palm of that hand. Breathing in. As we breathe out, let's just breathe and shake that out, shake all that negativity away. Then into the face, closing the eyes tightly, focusing on the sort of third eye or in between your eyebrows, on your forehead, focusing there, gritting the jaw. Breathe in, breathe out, relax. Do one more head to toe, squeezing everything, breathing in, breathing out, relax. Just as a little extra, just pop your hands just sort of above your rib cage or on your pecs, on your chest, and just relax here. And as you're breathing, just sense the breath is where your hands are, so the breath's really just getting right up into the ribs, right up by your shoulders, very gently. And then let's take our hands just onto the rib cage, same thing, you're breathing into your hands. Feeling the body rise and fall. And then lastly, taking our hands onto our belly, feel the breath all the way from the shoulders down to the ribs, down into the belly, and relax. And then just let your hands relax wherever they want to go, and just spend a moment here, taking a moment for yourself, just relax. And then gently let's start to bring some awareness back to the body, so we can have a little wiggle of the fingers. You can roll the tongue around in the mouth, wiggle your nose, wiggle your feet to your toes. We could circle the hands and the ankles. Let's have a little stretch. Let's open those eyes. Gently bring one foot to the floor, then the other, then bring the knees into the chest. Give a little rock from side to side, a little roll around. Changing direction. And then when you're ready, roll onto your right hand side. Just going to come into a little child pose. Just one nice breath here. Let's put the hands down. Let's tuck those toes under, really giving those feet a lovely stretch. And the balls of the feet to the toes, tips of the toes, then push back and gently, gently we're going to start to uncurl, same way we started. Going to have the heels down, lengthen the legs, let the head lengthen, and gently shake the head like we're saying no. And then you can gently nod. And then stillness as we uncurl. Ooh. I really enjoyed that today. I enjoy it every day, but I really enjoyed that one. Let's take a nice deep breath in. So again, I shall put this on YouTube. One more. And give yourselves a clap. Thank you so much. I will quickly stop recording, unmute in case anyone has any questions. Otherwise, I hope to see you again